Ronald Brown. So Ronnie B, known him for quite a while. Not actually as friends, more as competitors back in Varsity Cup. Yeah, when Ronnie gets the ball, you know you gotta close his space, otherwise he's gonna be gone.
Hi, I'm Ronald Brown. In 2019, I was diagnosed with cancer. 2018, I was actually in Joburg. I was playing for UJ. I started with the Sevens Academy. I went to Stellenbosch, and that's where my Sevens professional career started. Coming from a university into a professional setup, you think, okay, things are happening for you. You know, you're going forward in life. I really got excited to play some Sevens. And obviously that was my thinking, going to Stellenbosch, you know, to be successful in what I'm doing.
He'd come into our system and was really making a huge effort to fit in, to work hard, and was making great strides. And we sat in a management meeting and our doc shared with us the situation, and it was horrible.
So I was complaining about a chest pain. Obviously went to doc.
So Ronnie came to see me early on after he had joined us. We checked him out and monitored him. And when it didn't settle, started sending him for some more tests and blood tests, and essentially then landed up with a diagnosis of classic Hodgkin's lymphoma.
I felt bad for the guy. I think cancer is not something that you want to go through, so I just felt really bad for him. I mean, he had just gotten his contract to Sevens team, and Ronnie was on the up and up in terms of his training and how he was handling things. So to have a major setback like that did kind of make me feel, it made me feel really bad for the guy. So it was a terrible thing for him to experience.
We had an estimated timeline of 3 to 4 months of chemotherapy. Having a serious knee ligament injury, your ACL, anterior cruciate, takes you out for 6 to 9 months. And I thought, well, you know what, with a concrete timescale, maybe it would help him in terms of knowing where he was going. And I said to him, there's no reason why you won't be able to play rugby again, because I had to give him that hope.
Yeah, chemo was hectic. It was definitely tough. As the sessions went on, it just got worse. I went to a dark place. I remember like sitting at night, being nauseous, you know, throwing up and going through all of the worst things you can think of receiving chemo. And, you know, for me, the hard thing was not just only having cancer, it's the thing of going through chemo and stuff like that. And the thing is, what broke me the most was the fact that my mom saw all of this, you know, like myself sitting in the toilet, you know, throwing up and stuff like that. So obviously that had an effect on my mom and my dad, and I didn't want to, like, you know, get them to that point. But at the end of the day, they also, you know, stuck through it, and they were strong, and they could see that my fight was definitely bigger than that. Like it was tough, like I said. And I received chemo every second Thursday, and then I had radiation for a month. The second last one, I went into the hospital, and I remember it's the 4th floor. Everything just plays back in my mind. And then as I like leave the lift and I turn right, then right again, I could smell like the chemo in the room and stuff, and that made me so nauseous, you know, because it obviously, like, you know, that's my body rejects. It doesn't want to get it, because, you know, it breaks my body down. And we just rebuilt everything now in the 2 weeks, and now we're getting to that point where we're gonna like break it down again. And then I couldn't get in. I couldn't get into the chemo room. It took maybe like an hour, half. I couldn't get into the room, and obviously, like, I had a awesome support staff, you know, family, and obviously the staff working at the hospital. They helped me. They were so patient with me and stuff like that. And eventually, I got into the hall and then received chemo, but it was obviously bad. The thing that got me through all of that, and you know, that stuck with me through all of that, was just having hope, you know. Like, all I wanted to know is if I can play rugby afterwards. And they said yes. And from that moment, I knew that, you're going to make it, like, come on.
You know, just the whole journey from there, the challenges that he's had to face, the battles that he's had to fight, it just shows testament to the character of who he is.
I think I have a massive respect for Ronald because we've been through a lot, but comparing him from when he had the cancer to this year, I think he's a whole different player. His pace is back, but it's just the way how he carry himself on the field and off the field. I think he's an amazing guy. I think he put in the hard work to be where he wants to be.
In the way he's playing and training these days, I think he's got a new why in what he's doing, and I think if somebody like Ronald or any person goes through that whole process of cancer and chemo and all that, and you get to the other side, you just get a new almost energy to life.
Coming back with the gold medal, just thinking about dreaming so big, that's obviously like a dream I had, to be and compete at the highest level in sevens rugby. That would definitely change my life in a sense of, positivity, and just achieving everything after that bump, would be so special for me. Whatever you put on my path now, I'll be like, I defeated cancer, but you can throw anything at me.